Well, this is Live Darts Iceland. It's just ahead of the PDC Nordic Baltic Tour, which heads over to Iceland in mid-August. Very excited to have the man of the moment, Matty Friðriksson, the Eagle, on the interview now. Hello, Matty.
What's up, my man? Good to hear from you.
You, Thank you. You really are the man of the moment. You've won something like six of the last 8 events, or 4 of the last 6 events. You just can't stop winning.
Yeah, it's been a good run.
It has a couple of Pro Tours and 3 of the 4 recent Icelandic ranking events. Do
Yeah.
you walk in the tournaments with like high expectations, or is it just sort of taking each game as it comes?
Well, I have been practicing, and I advise if you want to get good at darts, have a baby. That's that's how I did it. And
So how did that work out?
the baby stuff, or
Well,
no,
I mean, does the baby give you something to work for, more concentration, more
no,
time alone?
yeah, paternity leave was
Ah,
a major part because that gave me the well, I could train like a professional.
okay.
We had like 2 or 3 hours in the morning, and then in the afternoon as well.
So they say
So
practice makes perfect, but it
yeah,
really does.
it really does. And what I've been doing is I've been focusing a lot on my technique. So a lot of technique, concentrated training. It's really been the key and I'm seeing like I'm practically done with focusing on my technique.
Yeah.
Now it's just more finding the rhythm, you know.
Finding the rhythm. And you're
Yeah,
hoping the rhythm will add a bit more consistency to the game.
yeah.
Because we were chatting earlier, you're not, it's not impossible for you to get your 90 plus averages on the odd leg.
No,
And
no,
if
no,
that
no.
could sort of raise up, just a few more legs, and that's serious contendership.
Of course. I mean, I'm playing well at home against the computer. I'm using the Dart Connect system like we do
Yeah.
in Iceland, and I've been having some very, very decent legs. It's just a matter of transfer transferring it into game scenario where you get a little bit nervous and yeah, you just need to uh, trust your technique and
Yeah.
just focus on focus on trying to find the flow, the rhythm.
Let's talk about the PDC Nordic and Baltics.
Yeah.
3 days, it's over a weekend. I think there's going to be 5 events, 3 of which Euro Tour qualifiers, 2 Pro Tour events as well. First
hmm
up, are you going to be playing in all 5 events?
I will be playing in all events. Yes,
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so
will
all
be.
events.
I'll be playing and handling the streaming side. So
Is that
hopefully
going to distract you
all
at all?
goes well. We've done it now for we started streaming in May 2017, so I'm getting quite good at it, at managing both playing and streaming. So I don't see it as an issue. We will set up early, and I'll have plenty of time to practice come game time.
And I'll be there this time as well, so I can
Yeah,
kind of pretend to help you. I mean,
looking forward to it.
yes, absolutely. Likewise. So expectations. Is it going all guns blazing? Is it see how the draw pans out, or is it just be Matty and see what happens?
Uh, there are so many good players. It depends a lot on the draw. We're hoping a big turnout from the Icelandic players, and considering my form against them, I'm not worried if I play them. You know, I've been playing well, mm, and I would like to draw a decent player as well. Just to see where my game is at.
Yeah.
And I've always when I played on these PDC Nordic and Baltic events, I haven't played well, but they've always been like a learning step that I've taken it in the losses, see what I'm doing wrong, and try to improve. It's all about improving.
And you have won games on the PDC Nordic and Baltic stage. It is important to remember that, isn't it?
I
Because that
have.
means you have got the ability.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't the best of games, but win is a win. And my first
Yeah.
my first goal was to win a game at the PDC Nordic and Baltic Tour, which I
Yeah.
managed to do this year, and I won uh, again we played in Sweden, then we played in Denmark. So I mean, you just gotta. It's a baby steps. You gotta.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that the events are so few and far between.
Yeah.
I would like to see more, because this is the experience that we need if you want to improve. If you want to improve, you gotta play against the best players in the region.
This is going to sound like a really weird question, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Yeah.
If you have the choice of winning either one of the Euro Tour qualifiers or a Pro Tour event, which would you choose?
Ooh, if the possibility to only win one, I would go for the Euro Tour, 100%.
See, I think I'd agree with you, because I would love to see an Icelander on that stage, big PDC stage. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be awesome.
With the crowd waving those Icelandic flags,
doing the Viking clap. That would be something. But I mean, the ultimate goal is, of course, to try to qualify for the World Championship. But that's a really difficult task for Scandinavian players. I mean, we have this Baltic Tour, which only gives 2 places in the World Championships, and I think we deserve a lot more, if I'm honest. I mean, Iceland alone should have at least one, and one from every country. We want this to be a world championship, not UK players against a few other from around the world.
Does it excite you that, I don't know, maybe in the next 10, 15 years, when you get really proper good and your consistency increases, you've really got this opportunity where you can, go in for these big events? The opportunity really is there, and it's more open than ever.
I mean, the bad thing is I'm not so patient.
That makes 2 of us, Matty.
If I want something, I want it right away.
Yeah.
So, but darts is a patience game. You need to put in the work, and over time, I mean, if you need luck as well.
Yeah. That's quite interesting, Andy. You say you're not the most patient person, but you've done really quite well of late, winning tournaments left, right, and centre. Do you think if patience is something you could work on, reaping the rewards later, that could also be reflected in your game?
I think you just gotta enjoy the moment. I mean, if you're always frustrated with yourself playing, it's not good for you. You gotta enjoy the game if you wanna progress. And but for me, building a solid base, for me the base is the technique, and the technique is everything. If you're nervous, but your technique is good, you don't get as nervous, because it works, and you just gotta breathe and find the rhythm, find the flow,
and trust yourself.
Yeah, that's a big part.
How many Icelanders roughly do you think we can expect to see in Keflavik this year?
I mean, for the national ranking event, we had around 20 plus players, so I'm hoping at least 20. I know there are some registrations from the Faroe Islands.
Jan McIntosh is one of them, isn't he?
Yeah. I think there are 3 or 4 guys that are coming over, which is fantastic. But I'm hoping, I mean, I'd be disappointed if we're not at least 20 that attend.
Well, I hope so, yeah. And obviously, the more Icelanders that turn up, the more someone's likely to make a bit of a run.
Of course. The only way to make your name heard is to do something. Do it on this tour, and we need more Icelandic players. I mean, it's a big thing to always have to travel and flights and hotels and to every single tournament. But I mean, that's just something that we need. I mean, we've always been talking about how awesome it would be for Iceland to be invited to play in the World Cup. And that's one of our goals. We write it down. That's one of our goals, and that it's something that we aim for.
I remember actually, I think the first ever time we got in touch, and I said, wouldn't it be great for the Iceland to go in the PDC World Cup of Darts? And you said, that's the aim.
Yeah.
And it's not impossible. I mean, we heard Paul Nicholson on a live darts interview. He was saying Iceland could be a breeding ground for the arrows.
Yeah.
Not the world's biggest population, but there's over 1,000 players on the island in some form. Is that right?
Yeah, at least. I mean, well, we have there's probably a dartboard in every other home in Iceland. So We just need to drag them out to tournaments.
Wow. Give me a bit of a prediction, Matty.
Yep.
Apart from yourself, who do you think a possible danger man could be, both Icelandic and in general?
For the PDC event?
Yeah, for just for the weekend. Yeah, for the weekend.
Well, I would say Vitor Cherua, the grenade. I would say
the only one who can dethrone you.
He's the only one who has the possibility. He beat me in the third ranking event in the semifinals. Otherwise,
he must be good then.
Otherwise, I would have gone for the clean sweep. But last night we played in the Pro Tour, Icelandic Pro Tour, and he hit a 12 darter and he hit back-to-back 180s. So he was on a 9 darter, but then he managed to lose the leg.
Oi.
Yes, it was awesome and then quite painful. But
I can imagine.
he's such a power scorer. He can score very, very well. And when you've got that ability, it's just a matter of hitting the doubles. So if they go in, he can do some damage for sure.
Wow, yes. On a 9 darter and lose the leg. It's happened before.
Yeah.
But I still think I'll give him confidence with the grouping and the power scoring. So, and also the only one to dethrone you. Were you a bit frustrated at the lack of clean sweep?
Not really.
Not really. I mean, maybe a fraction, but I think you did really well anyway.
I think it would have been too embarrassing for every other player having me winning everything.
Non-Icelanders, who's the ones to watch over the weekend?
I mean, you've got, I'm not really sure who is on top of the leaderboard, but you know, the likes of Madars Rasma, Darius Labanauskas, quality players, Daniel Larsson, Dennis Larsson.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects.
Yes, Raza is certainly one to watch. He actually did a 10 darter on the stream, the first and only ever 10 darter I've commentated on.
Yeah.
You have to make me one promise, Matty. Yeah, you've done 2 at least 167s on the stream, but I wasn't commentating on any of them. You've got to do one when I'm there.
If you would have commentated yesterday, we had a 167 on the stream.
Well, I'm so sorry, but I had to work.
That was by our one of our most exciting players, a young up-and-comer named Alex Máni Pétursson. He's only 14 or 15 years old. And the awesome thing about it is, in the first leg, he was on a 167 and hit treble 20, treble 19, and missed the ball. Hit the green.
Oof.
And then in the following leg, he left it again. And that time he hit it. It was amazing.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
That's absolutely remarkable. And I'm guessing his father's got something to do with his success.
Well, yeah.
Is your little one going to grow up to be a darts player?
Well, she will have to make up her own mind, but I will. There will be the possibility for her to throw darts for sure, 100%.
Yes, and I can't wait for, 15, 16, 17 years' time.
Yeah.
Another young Icelander on the scene.
And also, I'd like to mention the JDC, the World Cup in Gibraltar. Team Iceland will be represented by Alex Máni and Alexander, along with 2 other Icelanders. That will be something.
Alexander Thorvaldsson?
Yes.
How old is Alexander? Do you know?
I think he's a little bit older, maybe 16, 17. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, he was playing at the he played you, didn't he, at the ranking tournament, and he did not throw some pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, he can throw really good darts. I mean, I was just lucky. I had a checkouts of 85, 86, and 87.
I wish I would have picked up on that, because then I would have said something.
Yeah, one of those days where everything just goes in.
Yes. Well, hopefully you have a few more of those days.
Yes.
In the next week in Keflavik in Iceland. But you can watch all of the action live streamed with commentary, of course, on the Live Darts Iceland Facebook page. Matty is going to be there alongside a plethora of other Icelanders. Thanks for listening. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck, Matty, for the coming up weekend.
Thank you.
You've done yourself proud so far, so I'm sure that's going to continue. And I really, really look forward to it.